Yeah, greetings my people. Seja bem-vindo. Konnichiwa. Yeah man. This is Primitive and Ratid. One more time. Yeah. Show me. Yes. Greetings to each and everyone. Blessings. Hope you all enjoying sunshine and warm weather in most places. I know in some places now it's winter, like in my Brazil, São Paulo and other areas. Yeah, so this time we're going to speak a little bit about some amazing people who have been extremely positive and extremely spiritual. And because of this, they will be around for all time. Yeah. We're going to reason about that today a little bit.
Fire is like ice. When it burns, it feels the same. Here we are together, and we're burning as one flame.
Yes, here we are together and we're burning as one flame. So, about people who have been positive. I don't know if you really pay attention, but a lot of these amazing people who strive to go to amazing heights, higher heights on the planet, predominantly comes from very, very normal, very, very basic, often poor situations. And this is a reasoning that I'm trying to bring out to show people that never let anyone define who you are or tell you because you're not an intellectual, you didn't go to college or you didn't go to university or you don't have a big bankroll, that you can't go to the highest of the highest heights. Of course, I don't know of all these people, but there are many that we all know of because they have been exposed in the media to the whole world. You know, there have been so many great people. Where can I begin? For example, in tennis, there's a young man by the name of Ashe who took tennis to the highest level as a black man in a time when it was not very easy for black people in sports, not like it is today. And more so in tennis, there's still, you can count on one hand how many great black players have come up in tennis over the years. Of course, right away, you all think of the immediate two, the Williams sisters who've been reigning for a long time. But how many more do you know of? You know, not so many. Just to show you how little of black people they have in the sports that come to great heights. Yeah?
There's some rasta going on.
Yeah, and there's some rasta going on, man. There's a brother called Yannick Noah, who was one of the few Frenchmen to ever win the Roland Garros. Yes. Rastaman too. Yeah, man. Remember him?
Feelings of one energy taking over me. It must be this feeling of universal love.
Yes. universal love we are dealing with, you know. So anyway, back to this about the people who took us to higher heights and come from humble beginnings. Reasoning this today so that each and every one must know that let no one stop you from your visions of heights. Let no one determine how far you will strive. Let no one break your stride, because it's up to you and the Almighty how far you want to go. There's no end to your journey until the Almighty says it's time, or you decide not to take it to the limit. But my people, you've been given the power, so take it to the limit, is what I say. Yeah, just give you a long day, so some wrestlers are going on. Yeah, there was Muhammad Ali. I'm sure most of you know him. Came from a humble beginning and became the most lovable, the greatest champion of all time until this day. Because he could float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. A great, huge, big, tall man. Witty, intelligent, sharp. Yeah, and a gentleman, you know. And gave his life and dedication to helping people around the world, and will always be remembered and loved by all. Yeah, remember that man, one of the few who rose to the ranks and stayed there. And even when he was stripped of his rights to fight because he refused to go and murder people that had done him nothing, he still remained a gentleman and was able to come back and take his rightful place on top. Yeah, man, Muhammad Ali, you know, did great things. Great things. Yes. And we continue with the music from Studio Live Records and the passes. Jamistic Eyes is a movement between Jetta Dread Love and myself. Yeah. That never has been released music, but we have recorded lots of music, so I'm going to feature some today in this program. And then we can touch on Mr. Bob Marley. We cannot never leave him out because he's forever permanent in our brain, in our eyes, and in our minds, because he did such a work that millions of people daily discuss him, listen to him, wear him, and it doesn't stop. Generations of people love Bob Marley and will always love Bob Marley because of his words of wisdom. Yes, man. Came from a little island, from a small place, humble background, and arose to higher heights with the power of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie Jah Rastafari. So, you know, as I'm saying, don't let anyone define who you are or tell you how far you can travel, where you can reach, what you can achieve in your life, because that's between you and the Creator of the universe. He gives you the power to go far and long and to do things beyond your imagination. Yeah? Remember that, Rastafari. What again? What again? It's important to speak about these people and to make the ones who are not aware be aware that regardless of your color, regardless of your intellectual background, regardless of your financial background, it doesn't matter about any of these things, because as a human being alive, there are no limits. Whether you're crippled or you're normal or you have one arm, one leg, there are no limits to where you can go in this life unless you give yourself a limit. Remember that. Yeah. And without spirituality, you're the power of the Creator. Trust me, it's difficult to go too far. You need to have this force to call upon when it's time to move. When the burden gets too heavy to bear. Yeah, you need to call upon the extra energy that only the Almighty can give you. Because you only have so much of your own. But if you overstand and accept, the miracles do come. And you have force, endless force, to conquer anything you want to conquer. Yeah, man. Trust me. That's how it is. Language can be no barrier because they have interpreters. Yeah, man. Trust me. You can go to any limit and travel all around this globe. People travel the globe on bicycles. People travel walking. It's amazing what the human body can stand. The pressures, the stress. You know, people sail around the world on a small little boat by themselves on this massive ocean and survive to tell the tale. People fly around on small aircrafts. People fly around on balloons. Can you imagine? Fly around, take off and land on balloons. So don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do. Because it's not up to them. It's up to you and the universe. You know? People climb to Mount Everest. I watched a movie based on a true story about a young African man in France that was madly in love with a girl that he kind of grew up with. But she was always loving him as a friend, and he really loved her as a girl, you know, like he was in love with her. And so they were talking one day, and he trying to express to her how he felt about her. And he said he would climb Mount Everest for her, and she thought it was a joke. And so this man, young man with no experience of mountain climbing or nothing, decided that he's going to take this trip. And so he was able to somehow get some sponsors, a little bit, and a local, small, you know, insignificant radio station to promote him live. And you know what? It picked up momentum, and before you know it, the whole city was behind this man, you know. And with the help of trainers over there in Nepal and so on, he was able to make it up to the peak, you know. and became a hero. So what I'm saying is that, we all have this power that we can call upon to do the things that we want to do in our lives. And it's important that we do something because we are here and we need to inspire others. You need to wake up the inspiration in others to go forward and do things because it's the way it has to be. For change to come about, it's a lot of work. There's a song that I love by an artist who's no longer with us called Robert Palmer. And I'm sure it's been sung by many other people. And it goes like this. You have to work to make it work. Yeah, you have to work. Teddy Pendergrass had a great song that I loved. He said, he wants 50-50 love. You can put in 30% and want to get 100% back in anything. Or put in 40% and want 80% back. You can only get back what you put in. So me, I always want to put 100% into what I'm doing because I want 100% back. Yeah. And we need people to inspire us, especially people from humble backgrounds, to show us the light that it's possible. Because let me break it down for you. If you live in a society where only the people that have a lot of money can achieve great things, become great sportsmen, become great artists, become great whatever, you will not have any energy to want to go towards trying to do any of these things because you'll feel before you start that, oh, it's hopeless. I have no chance. I'm the wrong color. I'm poor. I'm not educated. I don't have a lot of money. You won't even try. So you'll stop before you even begin. So it's important that we have people from humble, simple backgrounds that will strive and reach the highest heights to teach us that, yeah, you can always do it. You can always do it. It's up to you. So it's important that we have this energy in our psyche and understand that and do the things. Yeah, we need to do the things. Yeah, again. We have Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is the first black billionaire. You can't read my lips, but let me say them again. Billionaire. Dr. Dre. Yeah, simple brother from Compton, Los Angeles, USA. If you haven't seen the movie Straight Out of Compton, you need to see it. It's a black educational movie about real life people and the struggles that they went through and reached where they've reached today. Again, showing you that there's no limit out there. You need to believe in the Almighty, who allows you to believe in yourself and go forward. And let no one break your stride, run. Yeah.
Não chore, amigo, irmão. Não caia na situação. Não entre na escuridão.
Yeah, he's saying, don't cry, my brother. Don't enter into darkness, because Jah is there to lift you up. Yeah, man. Positivity and spirituality, hand in hand, they will tread in the sun. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, there are many other people. I could go on and on. But find your inspiration. It could be your neighbor. It could be your child. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. Or it could be an actor. Like it could be Denzel Washington. It could be Spike Lee. It could be Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. There has been so many. So many of our people. And so many people in general. It could be anyone. They don't have to be of your color. It could be anyone from any color, any tribe. It doesn't matter. It's to find someone that inspires you, to show you that there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And it's important to have these old sayings. I call them philosophy. Old time sayings. Because like I told you early on in this beginning of these programs, that I live my life with these sayings. They help me all the time, day to day, to make me strong, to fight on my journey. Because where will the journey end? Only Jah can tell you that. Because tomorrow is promised to no one. But while you're living today, you're on your way. So stay strong and keep going forward. Amigo. Yes, changes in the world, positive and negative, but we are only interested in the positive. Now there are female pilots flying aircrafts around the globe. Beautiful things like this are happening everywhere, every day, because people are inspired and don't listen to what they're being told by this one or that one, that, oh, you're a woman, you can't do that. Or you're black, you can't do that. They defy all these things and go on to do amazing things, Yeah, man. This is MC Setch and Primitive. This one is called Dance Like This. In Portuguese, Dança Sing.
Eu vou cantar o reggae e a galera
vai assim.
Eu vou fazer reggae pra galera balançar. Eu vou jogar o reggae e a galera vai dançar.
Assim. Assim. Oh, nananai. Ei. Yeah, man, you see when the music sweet, can't help myself, I'll just fall in it and gone in a trance. But yes, I continuing on with the reasoning. Every day you get up, when I was living in Brazil, I often dressed in military fatigue, which you weren't really allowed to. And they told me not to do it because you're not allowed to wear full military fatigue. You can wear the trousers, but you can wear the shirt, but you can't wear them both together because they say that it will look like you're trying to appear like you're a military person. But being the man that I am, and I'm not trying to impersonate no one, but I'm a soldier in a Jah army, and that's how I felt, and that's how I feel, and I feel that my life is a war because of the things I'm trying to do and the places I'm trying to forward. I feel like I'm a soldier fighting a war because nobody ain't opening up no doors and saying, come my brother. So sometimes you have to go and kick them down. You understand me? Peacefully. But so I often wore full-fledged military shirt, trousers and boots. I'm in a business. Them sell a shop. And me buy them, so why me can't wear them? Yeah, I got some strange looks from the military sometimes. But they could see that I'm a foreigner. And I wasn't really trying to impersonate them. So, nobody ever gave me no trouble. You know? Yeah, man. Have to do the things you need to do. You know? And each little thing will empower you to do the next big thing. Once you go through one door, it's easier to go through the next door. The first one is always the hardest, you know. And this one is fatty, fatty, fatty for all the ladies with all the curves, because it's Jamaicans, I know. You see, we Jamaican man, we love the woman them with the curves. Yeah, man. Primitive again, you know. When you feel it, girl, you're gonna say it is so nice, na na na. Alright, take it down, take it down. I don't want to get into no trouble with these skinny ladies. I mean, I'm loving it too, you know? Everything cool. Easy. Yeah, man. And the reasoning of positivity and spirituality, you know? It's a hand-in-hand thing. You cannot have one without the other now. So find your inspiration. Whoever it is, he, she, it don't matter. Them. Find your inspiration. And don't feel that you have no choice. Because we all have a choice. Don't feel that, I often hear that, oh, it's alright for you because, you know, you're gifted. Let me break it down to you. Every human being is gifted. You understand me? Yeah. Find out what your gift is. And don't watch the next man's gift. You understand me? Because my gift and your gift is not the same. But every single human being that's born on the planet is gifted. Yeah. Me say that. I'm going to take back chat. Oh. There are so many more people I could talk about. I could be here for all time. The list is so long. But it's not important how many It's just important that we always understand and understand that they are there and they inspired us and continue to inspire us, and they are growing in numbers. You know, people of color doing amazing things are growing in numbers around the globe, because the fight that was put upon us, holding us down, it's not that the fight is not there no more, but we're winning more and more battles. Yeah. There was the President of America. I never thought I would live to see a black man in the White House in my lifetime. But you know, it happened. And he was one of the greatest that ever lived in that place and ruled that country. You know, your works shall show what you are, who you are, and what you have done. It speaks for itself. So I won't get into no more, because I don't want to talk about tricks and politics and these things, you know. But I had to mention the great President Obama still. And the list goes on and on.
Right.
This is Jamistic Eyes. Yeah, man. This one's called Rise and Shine. Yes, and we've come to another episode of Ratid. I hope you are inspired, and I hope you will find someone to inspire you if you haven't found one yet, or some people to inspire you, and go out and do great things, because you're a great individual. Yeah, man. Rise and shine, spiritually, mentally, physically. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Rise. Yeah, Jamistica is taking us out. This was another episode of Ratid, brought to you by Jetta Radio, Meditationz Media Network, Swooge Light Records. This one's a Warrior's Charge, yeah? Yes, I. Until next time, this is Primitive saying, Ratid. Catch you all soon, yeah? More love, more life, more respect. Jah blessings, yeah.